I've turned the events over in my mind about 1,000,000 times, but I've never really been able to explain what happened that night. It was a somewhat unusual day. It started with heavy rain, but that didn't stop a few of my classmates from stopping over at my house to discuss a class project. The rain turned into a nasty ice storm, and around 7 o'clock we were all overjoyed to find out that they had canceled class the next day at Northwest Missouri State. That only happens once or twice a decade. I asked my classmates if they wanted to hang out and party with my roommate Daryl and I. One of them, Bucky, said he'd hang out for an hour or so. I was a bit surprised when Bucky agreed to hang out. Bucky was an unusual guy, very intelligent, yet somewhat socially awkward. Never got crazy. Seemed like he always went home after a couple of beers. I wasn't really sure what to make of him, but he seemed like a cool guy. Little did I know that what was about to happen would be the most incredible and bizarre series of events I have ever experienced.
You know, I hate to say it, but this game's turned out to be kind of boring.
Well, we can watch something else. I just had $50 riding on the game, so that's the only thing in it for me.
Hands it off to number 51 Blitzer.
Time for another brouhaha. You want one? I'm assuming not.
Nope. I learned a long time ago, it's either beer or the hard stuff. Never mix them.
Bucky?
No, I'm good.
Bucky, come on, that's your first beer. You see, the whole point is to drink faster than your body can metabolize it.
Well, I think the problem is I can't hold my alcohol very well. I never have been able to. 3 or 4 drinks and I get wacky.
Wacky? Wacky? What's wrong with that? Wacky is good. Wacky is fun. You know what we need to do? We need to increase your tolerance. And old Dr. Feelgood knows just what to prescribe.
Sounds like a plan.
It's simple. A remedy for the affliction of low tolerance passed down through the ages.
Oh, great.
Welcome back to the Central Sports.
Yes, there is a cure.
I'm Joseph Blossom with John Pringle, bringing you the Northwest Missouri State Bearcats against Missouri Southern Bruins.
Come on, give it a shot. It's good, trust me.
Well, as Henny Youngman once said, when I read about the evils of alcohol, I decided to give up reading.
I'll have to remember that one.
I think they might be going with
You know, we're almost out of beer.
Out of beer? That'd be a catastrophe. Blame it on Bucky.
I know, Bucky's going hog wild sucking down those suds.
Complete on the 14-yard line, and Carlo Pop immediately tackled there by Blackman.
Somebody's at the door.
At the door? What, like the front door?
Yeah.
I didn't hear a bell. Didn't hear a knock. Bucky, I think that drink's causing you to have audio hallucinations. Maybe you ought to make me one of those things.
He has an extraordinary ability to fake. Running back, actually. 9 minutes to go.
That was the first odd thing that happened. But neither Daryl nor I thought it was that big of a deal, because we just assumed that Bucky must have had super sensitive hearing and had heard someone walk up. No, I know what you guys want.
We did not come here to drink. My car got stuck a few blocks away. It's way too slick to do anything out there.
It's nasty out there.
It's freezing.
Well, where's your car? Is it off the road?
Yeah, we did like a 180, and I thought maybe we just better come to your house.
All right.
Trust her because he thinks he knows her from text, and she knows that he's on the real world, and so she makes him up.
Uh-oh. Who let the riffraff in?
Oh, shut up.
By the way, let me introduce you to my friend Bucky. Bucky, this is Jane.
you say?
Jane, this is my friend Bucky.
Welcome back
Hi.
to the Central Sports
Pleased to meet you.
Television Network. I'm Joseph Blows.
And this lush,
Oh,
Northwest Missouri State
okay.
Bearcats against
I mean this
Missouri
girl,
Southern
is
Bruins.
Steffi.
Hi, Bucky.
Very pleased to meet you.
In retrospect, I now realize that it was possible that Bucky might have had some sort of interest in Steffi, and that he might have been trying to impress her in some way. When the four of us got into an animated conversation, it just seemed like Bucky was kind of excluded. That wasn't deliberate. I guess I just assumed at the time that if Bucky wanted to get in on the conversation, he could do so at any time. But really, now that I think about it, and in all fairness to Bucky, we were talking about people and events we personally knew. People Bucky had probably never even met. And nobody was making any effort to pull Bucky into the conversation. I just remember him sitting there, looking like a puppy who wanted to come in from the cold and be with the people, but didn't know enough to bark or scratch. Rather, it was like he wanted to be invited. And I remember that he was totally focused on Steffi. Every time she talked, he'd be staring right at her. And when somebody else talked, he'd frequently glance at her. At a certain point, he finished the drink I'd made for him and went to make another. I'll never forget it. The infamous drink that stink.
Uh-oh. Going for another drink there, eh, Buck?
Two more games.
Yes.
Regular season
I'm going to make a drink.
And it's Shelley lining.
I'm going to make a drink.
And it's
that
good.
stink.
That puts the Bearcats on top by 3.
I'm going to make a drink that stink.
Northwest
That will make me think.
is 7-0.
First we take the ice cubes, and they go clink, clink.
This is the Central Sports Television Network.
Then we take the vodka and fill the glass
And this is one which is always hard
to the brink.
Third down and a bit less than 3 yards to go.
Then we take the hard stuff
You go to the
and watch it sink into the drink. That stink, that will make me think.
Hey Bucky, well since you're doing the drink that stink that will make you think, what do you think about the Bearcats game here?
I'm game for the game, but I think it's kind of lame. It's really a shame that it should be so tame.
Yeah, seems to be going that way. I wish I could just look into the future and see what the final score was going to be. Then I'd know whether or not I won my bet.
If you want to know the future, you can't look into the future. You have to listen to the future.
Listen to the future.
Let's call the future and find out. Hello, future.